you want to embrace the machine? Do you believe making music alone is more beneficial than yelling at bandmates? Do you want to mix the inhuman sound of techno with the extreme raw power of metal? And let me introduce you to the genre with no soul, no god, no master. Say hello to industrial metal. Industrial metal is the lonely man's music genre where the band is only a dream and a few sample packs away. A genre where human emotions are replaced with cheap guitars and blown out speakers. A genre that makes you ask,
isn't there supposed to be a band here?
I'm the band, now where can I put my drummer?
Fuck off.
Industrial metal is one of those more interesting metal genres because the artist is in full control of their music, acting as an individual. And just like the regular industrial genre where the focus is on loops, drum patterns, synthesizers, repetition, and vocals drowned in effects, all you have to do is take that and make it metal! The origin of industrial minus metal can be traced to the 70s with the rise of electronically driven artists like Kraftwerk, Lou Reed's Metal Machine Music, and Throbbing Gristle. The latter band started the label Industrial Record, which had the phrase industrial music for industrial people. Finally, a genre for me! Ow, my feelings. Patient zero for OSHA violations, industrial metal, can be traced to Godflesh. The band was founded by the ex-guitarist of Napalm Death, Justin Broderick, who took a lot of inspiration from Whitehouse, Swans, Brian Eno, and Black Sabbath. The first EP is credited as being the first blend of industrial and metal, since the instruments were distorted, drowned in reverb, and used programmed drums. Probably because Justin was a bad drummer, he was kicked out of the noise rock band Head of David for being too noisy.
I thought that was the point!
Man, these jokes write itself. Meanwhile, Ministry's Al Jurgensen has been experimenting with techno music in general and decided to make a new record with electric guitars and distorted vocals, resulting in the first industrial metal album with the land of and honey. Other early industrial metal bands include KMFDM, who just hated that bands would only play the good riff once, so they would sample guitar riffs and loop them with electronic synths and drums. So how many riffs do you know?
Including the one you taught me? One riff.
You're hired! And like a virus infecting you with ransomware, industrial metal became contagious and everyone wanted a taste of that vomit in the mainstream. So we got a massive rise in famous industrial metal bands like Robert Zombie, Power Man 5000, Static X, 9 Inch Nails, and the other starfuckers that we won't mention. Fun fact! In the late 80s, early 90s, the genre got so popular that glam metal bands like Motley Crue started experimenting with the industrial sound. And hip-hop artists sought out industrial metal acts for remix collaborations. One of them is now in prison for crime. Haha! The genre lost its popularity in the late 90s to the start of 2000 because everyone started hating Nine Inch Nails and Ministry for some reason. Mostly due to the whole genre being a fad. But the genre remains alive and well in the underground scene and in the internet age, thanks to its easy accessibility for anyone with a guitar, hacked version of FL Studio, and affinity for copy and paste. We even have plenty of great modern industrial metal bands like Pain, Rabbit Junk,
What doesn't kill you will make you a killer.
3 Teeth, Blue Stolly, and Clayton, aka Cell Dweller, aka Circle of Dust, aka Scandroid, aka Clayton featuring Cell Dweller, aka Blue Star's best friend, aka
Godzilla.
The genres, subgenres can be easily summed up as other metal subgenres, but add industrial in front of it. Like industrial thrash metal, industrial death metal, industrial black metal, industrial prog metal, industrial etc. You can even find the sound in other genres like hyperpop and modern nu metal on TikTok if you look hard enough. And the best part is that you get the free industrial label on Metal Archive so everyone knows your instruments are fake. And you know what? That's the best part about industrial metal. They all know what they do is fake. Cause it's less about skill and showing off and more about writing catchy tunes for Matrix Coke Clubs and Cybergoths. So leave that elitist brain at home and have a good time. So come with me, guys, gals, and wireless pals, to the abandoned car factory filled with cryptic street art and cybernetic implants, as we learn to manufacture and start the industrial metal revolution. Shit. Luckily for you, you don't need any friends.
Oh no, not again!
You're gonna let the computer do all the work, and you just have to worry about what Matrix outfit you're gonna wear at the DJ set today. Everyone ready to have a good time? Well, too bad! In the fashion department, the aesthetic is whatever feels like a mix of sci-fi and horror. As long as it's in a monotone color with a lot of factory rustic imagery combined with H.R. Geiger nightmare collage with a cup of critical critique of fascist imagery. Or just any black clothes you can rip to pieces, dip in the mud, leave outside for a rainy day or 30, and then get it ready for your next concert.
Oh fuck! It smells like Comic-Con in a sewer or submarine or whatever.
The band, the venue, or me?
Yes, everything.
For a beginner industrialist, you just need a guitar, amp simulator, and whatever plugins and samples you can scramble into your DAW to create your desired noise. Then you can eventually start collecting more expensive synths and sample pack. Before you know it, you'll be a sample collecting DJ in no time. I have so many samples. No. For music theory, you're just gonna noodle around any old minor scale or go full chromatic. Because when it comes to chord progressions, it'll be as basic as possible, since you'll be focusing on making a chaotic loop or just something distortedly catchy. Remember this, simplicity is key. Too many chords, you can muffle it up. The simpler and catchier the riff is, the more dancing spam pots will appear in your DMs. When recording guitar, just go full easy mode by recording the guitar, double tracking it, then copy paste to your heart's desire. You'll be doing some editing to make the guitars more aligned on the beat. You can even just record a chord once and then copy paste. This will give it the machine gun effect, which can sound cool if done right. The amp VST just needs to be a decent tone, but the worse you can make it sound, the better. Then for your other instruments in your DAW, that's gonna be your drums, bass, synths, samples, and noise. For drums, you just need a decent drum VST instrument or some good samples, which will give your song an inhuman but tight rhythm section. You'll most likely just do 4 on the floor kick or add some fancy variation. Then play around with different cymbals, like maybe a disco hi-hat, blends of crash and hi-hats, or add some extra percussion like shakers, tambourine, and whatever pots and pans you got sampled around. If you know any drummers, then now is not a good time to let them know that they'll be replaced with a drum machine that can actually play on time. For any bassist, learn to play the synth or get left in the dirt. It's a very high chance that an industrial metal band will replace you with a bass synth of their own or some sampled instrument. Do the same as a guitar or just have a really destroyed tone. Then let whoever's programming the synth to fill in with sub bass or whatnot. For synths, anything that lets you push down on keys. Bonus points if you have those little pads. Plug them in your DAW choice and just start hammering out patterns. If you're brave and have taken a mechanical engineering class, then nothing is stopping you from going full Electrohead mode like Author and Punisher, who even makes his own MIDI controllers. Fun fact. Do you know how to program a synth? No. Great! The synth is like 40% of making industrial metal, according to my math. You can keep it simple by doubling the bass in the guitar, add underlying chord, rhythmic shit, and plenty of random gobbledygook here and there. Some artists like Michael Gordon and Sally Dweller will send their synth into a distortion plugin. So nothing is stopping you from adding a synth into that guitar cabinet. The more distorted and broken, the better. For vocals, when you're at the dentist, open up and say... Beside the obvious scream everything, industrial gives you a lot of options when it comes to what kind of vocals you want to use. You can just scream and distort it later, growl and distort it later, or sing beautifully as you can and distort it later. One common effect in industrial vocals is the broken speaker effect. You can achieve this by adding a fast flanger at the end of your vocal chain. So make sure to speak loud and clearly on whatever left-leaning political theory you believe in. Melatonin is a ploy of a big dream to sell you more sleep. Stay woke. Now there's a song idea. When writing lyrics, industrial is like nu metal meets thrash metal, meaning it's a mix of hatred and discord with an aggressive filter over it. You can focus on the basic stuff like singing about your disagreement with the state of the world, the cruelty and suffering of the small under the boots of the large, a more direct critique of fascism in the modern age, or just sing about how robots are cool. You can even subtly nod to what your song is about with samples.
A new world order. A new world order.
I've heard you're rather famous on Earth.
Well, I see my fame has reached the stars.
Who is this irresistible creature who has an insatiable love for the dead?
As always, I will carry you, kicking and screaming. In the end,
I'm an asshole.
This Ministry album has George Bush, samples George Bush, and it's about oil. Clearly it's about New York-style pizza! Stop using so much oil or W will invade it! And now you have one industrial metal song. Spend a fortnight making a few more and you got an album! While we are at it, let's make a music video for our propaganda and give the world a propaganda at our music. Congratulations! Robots hate you for writing music which sounds less synthetic than art made by neural networks. Now feedback looped back into itself where the hatred started growing beyond control. Humanity is now enslaved and brainwashed by AI movies, and the only hope for the future is locked behind a paywall. Oh wait, that's just the current year. The end!